Cam Ward had his best game of the season in the Titans win over the Chiefs, and he showed the killer instinct that will make him elite. I'm going to tell you what I saw on today's edition of Locked On Titans.
You are Locked On Titans, your daily Tennessee Titans podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to the Locked On Titans podcast. I am your host, Tyler Rowland. Titans fans, today's edition of the Locked On Titans podcast is brought to you by FanDuel. If you want to be right in the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com and place your NFL live bets all season long. On today's show, we are going to break down Cam Ward's elite performance against Kansas City. I've gone through the tape and the way that he beat the Blitz and made incredible throws all day long. It truly did show me why I think Cam Ward can be that killer for the Titans going forward. Also, we got to talk about how this is part of a pattern where Cam Ward has become more consistent and has really started growing up since the bye week. And we got to talk about the people who helped him there, because this Tennessee Titans rookie class continues to set records for this franchise. Before we get into all of it, I do want to thank you for making Locked On Titans your first listen each and every day. And thank you for making the Locked On Podcast Network the #1 sports podcast network. Remember, Monday through Friday, Tennessee Titans content all year round, always for free. You're not going to beat that anywhere else. Make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed. It's your team every day. Speaking of every day, shout out to my everydayers out there tuning in Monday through Friday. Couldn't do it without you guys. If you aren't an everydayer, you need to be one. Thought we were going to talk about some coaching rumor stuff today, but want to continue breaking down this excellent win. The tape was so exciting, but on tomorrow's show, we are going to talk about those new coaching rumors for the Titans, and I'm going to keep you guys up to date nonstop on all of the candidates and all of the news with the Titans coaching search, which will kick off really quick in the next couple of weeks. So make sure that you stay locked in with the Locked On Titans podcast. But with that being said, again, Cam Ward had an absolutely elite performance, and when you start to get the lay of the land of the rest of the NFL, you realize just how incredible he played in this game. And of course, the people are going to make excuses about the Kansas City Chiefs not having Patrick Mahomes, but that has nothing to do with all the talent that they have on the defensive side of the ball. That's a top 10 defense, and Cam Ward absolutely shredded him. And not only did Cam Ward absolutely shred the Chiefs, he shredded the Chiefs with what they do best, and that is blitz. We talked about it on the Friday preview show about how the Titans had to have an answer for the pressure because the Chiefs are one of the heaviest blitzing teams in the NFL, third most blitzing team according to Pro Football Reference, and Cam Ward was elite against that blitz. He was 9 for 13, 158 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He had a 93 Pro Football Focus grade against the blitz. He was blitzed on 48% of his dropbacks and had a 134.5 quarterback rating against the blitz. He absolutely dominated Kansas City to the point where it's funny going through my tape notes. You look at where I have notes about against the blitz, and then it just stops for like most of the second half, the back half, and then on the final drive, Kansas City brought a couple more pressures to see what they could do and got nothing done. Like, Cam Ward shut down what Kansas City's defense likes to do, a top 10 defense again that went to the Super Bowl last year. And if you remember, the Chiefs offense had its struggles last year. It was the Kansas City defense that was really the shining star of that football team on a lot of weeks last year. So this is a playoff level defense that Cam Ward eviscerated again. We are excited about the rookies, but with 3 fourth-round rookies, Chigakonkwo, who is a former fifth-rounder, who's probably going to get a small deal this offseason, and then Van Jefferson. James Prochet got a snap out there. You know, think about what's happening. Cam Ward went absolutely nuts. He had 3 big-time throws. He was 3 for 4 on his throws down the field, 20 yards down the field, which we talked about all last week, the down the field accuracy, the deep accuracy. He was 3 for 4 on those throws. He had 0 turnover-worthy plays against the blitz. He had a 2.42 time to throw this week, which is at this point in time the quickest in the NFL this week. I mean, and go throw by throw. I did my film breakdown on the Tic Tac Titans YouTube channel. Make sure that you go check that out. It's about 25 minutes breaking down Cam Ward's total performance. I talked about the big time throws against the Blitz. We talked about just the professional, composed, solid quarterback play on the easy stuff like the screens and the quick throws. Talked about the stuff that does need to get better because there are some accuracy things that do need to get better that showed up in this game. He wasn't perfect, but I mean, think about what we saw. The playmaking against the Blitz to Dike on the sideline. Backs up, rolls to the left, throwing left. Basically throwing, literally he can't set at all. With people hitting him and he's getting contact and he's falling away to the left and he throws to the left sideline a perfect dot to Dike. Incredible. Think about the playmaking to Chigakonkwo earlier in the game. On 3rd and 3, blitz. He wants to go on the man beater to Gunnar Helm on the left-hand side. Not there. Has to back up into the pocket, reset his feet. Then he has to climb the pocket and throw on the run to Chigakonkwo when he's fading to the right and Okonkwo is on a deep crosser to the left and he hits him perfectly for a big completion against the blitz on 3rd and 3. Man coverage. Bang. Beat. Because I'm a playmaker. Superstar X Factor mode. Literally, these plays are superstar X Factor mode where Cam Ward is elevating his teammates. Cam Ward is elevating the blocking. Cam Ward is elevating his receivers and making huge plays on money downs. Like, this is elite stuff. Then you think about the rope down the right-hand sideline to Alec Iomanor. Boom, right in the breadbasket. Perfect. You think about the 3rd down, again, against the blitz, man coverage. Van Jefferson late in the game, 3rd and 10. Van Jefferson out route. Cam Ward, boom, gets around the pressure to the right, throws it, perfect. Right to Van Jefferson, completion, keeps the chains moving on a 3rd and long, getting pressure in his face against the blitz. I mean, these are elite plays on money downs in the most difficult circumstances in the NFL where they're bringing 6 or 7 guys on a blitz and it's just one-on-one. It's just backyard football. Make a play. Go make a play. And guess who made a play 4 or 5 times in this game that literally won the game, that put all the points up on the board? Cam. He elevated his teammates. He was not the trailer behind the tractor pulling him along. Cam Ward drove his teammates to success in this game with an elite performance against the blitz. And look, right now, going into Monday Night Football, Cam Ward is the 2nd highest graded quarterback in the NFL, according to Pro Football Focus, in Week 16. The 2nd best performance. He had an 89.9 offensive grade, the number 2 quarterback in the NFL and number 1 on the Tennessee Titans. The highest grade on the entire team. Offense, defense, special teams. He was their best player in the game. He was magical. He did crazy things. And then you think about the dump-offs and the quick hits. The Titans had 4 or 5 quick screens that were really good plays, accurate, right in the money that they needed. A couple of them on 3rd and short where you had to be perfect, and he was. Think about some of the quick hitters. Dike on the first 3rd and 3 of the drive. Driving it home to Van Jefferson on a 1st and long to set you up with 2nd and medium to keep the drive on normal pace. The hit to Dike on the touchdown, on the man beater. How many times have they hit that quick little outbreaker now? Van Jefferson got one. Dike scored at least 2 or 3 of his touchdowns on that. I mean, there are some things that he is just doing so well, so consistently. And look, there are some things that need to get better. I broke it down in my film breakdown. Again, Tic Tac Titans YouTube channel. You want to see the plays and see the coverage and see the throws and all the stuff that goes with our discussions here about what he's doing, you go to the Tic Tac Titans YouTube channel, you get it for free. So it just matches up perfectly with our conversations. But yes, there are some things that need to get better, and a lot of that is the quick little short, easy screen hitters. He's just got to clean up the consistency there. And it's just cleaning up the footwork and making sure you're consistent. And quite frankly, that's the same thing with the deep accuracy issues. It's a footwork thing. It's a mechanics thing. Just clean it up and be more consistent. But he's a young player, in the flashes that we are seeing from Cam Ward, it's what I said a couple of weeks ago. He's already checked the boxes of what I wanted to see. And this game, he basically put it all together. He was good with all of his just boring quarterback duties. Operationally was great. And Mike McCoy even pointed out how Cam Ward, there was a play where Cam didn't like the look and he went to change the play. Now, here's some inside NFL stuff if you don't know this. A lot of plays will have a tag on them. So they'll call one play and then they'll have a second play called. And when you hear them say can, they are ending the first play and saying, hey, we're going to play B. We're going to the second play that we called. That wasn't the case here. Cam literally audibled to a play that was not designed to be an audible for that play and told everybody and said, hey, we got to change this play totally. This isn't a tag. This isn't an add-on play. This isn't a can play. No, this is a totally different play that wasn't called in the huddle, and I'm audibling to it, totally different, and the Titans hit on it on a third down. I think it was the out to Van Jefferson personally, because Cam is doing a lot of hand signaling and a lot of talking and communicating before that play. So if I had a theory, McCoy didn't say what play it was, but if I had a theory which play it was, I think it was the out on third down late in the game to Van Jefferson that we talked about earlier against the Blitz. I mean, he was elite. It was one game. It doesn't mean he's going to be elite for forever. You know, just like one bad game doesn't mean he's going to be a bust. But my Lord, how could you not be over the moon with how Cam Ward played in this game, whether it's the down-to-down consistency stuff, whether it's the elite plays against the Blitz? Like, he did it all in this one. And it's part of a continuing trend of Cam Ward playing much, much better in the second half of the season. Do want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. NFL Sundays move fast. Folks, you got to have your head on a swivel because one big play and suddenly everything feels different. That's what makes live betting with FanDuel so exciting. You're not just watching the game, you're reacting to it in real time. With FanDuel, you can place live bets as the action unfolds. Every drive, every momentum swing, every highlight moment. Live betting is best when the game starts to shift, a receiver gets hot, a defense tightens up, or the momentum flips after a turnover. FanDuel lets you jump into those moments. Live spreads and money lines that adjust instantly. Player props that update as guys heat up. You can bet the next touchdown score, drive results, totals, and more. It keeps you locked in to every snap, every drive, every possibility. So if you want to be right in the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com and place your NFL live bets all season long. It's FanDuel. The game moves fast, and so can you. Titans fans, let's continue today's edition of the Locked On Titans podcast, breaking down Cam Ward's performance against Kansas City. I dove into the tape, talked about some of the incredible throws that he made, some of the down-to-down consistency that he had, and some areas of improvement as well. You could check out all those plays on the Tic Tac Titans film breakdown. But now I want to talk about some of the trends that we're seeing from Cam Ward since the bye and some of the play that we're seeing from him since the second half of the season really kicked off to have you really excited about what he can be going forward. Before I continue, thanks again for making Locked On Titans your first to listen each and every day. And thank you for making the Locked On Podcast Network the #1 sports podcast network. But again, Cam Ward just continuing to play better football. It was a struggle at the beginning of the season. In the before the bye week, he was 57% completion percentage for 1,700 yards. He had 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and 6 turnovers, and had fumbles, and 72.1 quarterback rating. It was rough. It was rough. Now, we saw flashes like we did against the Rams, and obviously like we saw some plays against the Colts, and there were moments in there where Cam Ward had some plays. You know what I mean? Like the Cardinals comeback. There were some good things in there, but there were some bad things in there as well. It was tough. But since the bye week, Cam Ward has played significantly better. And the numbers tell the story as well. He's 123 for 194, 63% completion percentage, 1,106 yards since the bye week. He's got 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 fumble too, so 2 turnovers total, but 8 touchdowns, 89.1 quarterback rating. This is his third straight game. His third straight game with multiple touchdown passes. All right? His third straight. The last person to do that, the last Tennessee Titans quarterback to throw multiple touchdown passes in 3 straight games was Ryan Tannehill in 2020, which was the last really good quarterback season that we've had. Tannehill was okay in 2021, but 2019 and 2020, Tannehill was like top of the league, awesome in those seasons. Statistically, for sure. But he was great. He's underrated because he's a guy with low expectation. We don't have time for the Tannehill debate, but I still think he's underrated at the end of the day by the fan base. But hasn't happened since then, and that was a great season for Tannehill. It's undeniable. So Cam Ward is showing a level of consistency and a level of high play right now, even amidst the losses and the down spurts. Like, I just think we're all just in the muck nonstop. So like every bad drive, every bad play feels so much worse than it really is. Now, here's the reality. Like we talked about last week, the deep accuracy does have to improve. Like I talked about in the first segment, the consistency on literally the layups. Like, it's the deep ones and the shortest ones, the longest ones and the shortest ones that his mechanics go wonky on. So it's not like he's been perfect. And he's got to clean that stuff up. And it's not like those concerns and those, hey, he's got to be better there. It's not like they aren't real. But at the same time, again, he's had 6 touchdown passes in his last 3 games. There's only 3 other quarterbacks in the NFL that have done that at this point. And that's Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford, and Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence is playing MVP level football over the last couple of months. Matthew Stafford probably is the MVP. And we know that Joe Burrow is absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, Cam Ward's level of play, and then I said in the segment before, as we started the show, that right now he's the second highest graded quarterback in the NFL this week, according to Pro Football Focus, and it's like, man, imagine Cam Ward in an incredible environment instead of like a bad one, where he has the wide receiver with the highest drop percentage in the NFL this year, in Alec Iomanner, and Chim Dike. When Chim Dike dropped that ball on the sideline, which I think is still Cam Ward's fault, and I talked about it in the breakdown, early in the game on the 3rd down where it was a little outside, but it hit his hands and Chim Dike had the drop last week where Cam Ward made the excellent play, got out of the pocket, threw it to him, and he dropped it right on the sideline. Like, Chim Dike is a good utility player and an awesome returner. And we should be very excited about the pair of Iomanner and Dike together. But let's be honest. Maybe this is an offseason conversation. But let's be honest. Neither of them are like, oh, that's a full-blown starting wide receiver in the NFL. Like it's not like either of them have blown up here and become like, oh, that's a awesome starter. Like, they just look like good utility players for a good wide receiver group. They should be like wide receiver 3, 4, where some weeks Iomanner plays more and some weeks Dike plays more, but they have 2 really, really good receivers who are their actual like star receivers. You know, that I think that's the perfect slotting here. So you think about that, and then you think about the struggles of the offensive line, who have gotten so much better, and the offensive line deserves so much credit. And I think my other film breakdown video this week, I'm going to do a run game resurgence video, and I might do a little Jeffrey Simmons update because, boy, he's just absolutely ridiculous. A lot on my mind after this game. I'm so excited about the future, and we'll talk about that here in a second when we talk about the other rookies and, like, just how pumped I am for the future for the Titans. There's so much to be excited about after this game. But, again, the point is Cam Ward is playing better, doing all this stuff, trending up, having his best moments. The Titans are winning games. They've scored over 20 points in, 4 out of 5. They've won 2 out of 3. They're playing better football. And while Ward has had his struggles, you look at, the Texans game, you look at the Seahawks game, you look at, moments in the Browns game, you look at last week against San Francisco, you look at this week against the Chiefs, like, Cam is just playing way better football. And in these circumstances, if you're still like trying to crap on Cam Ward, or you're trying to say that Cam Ward's a bust, or like, no, that's not happening. This dude is putting up elite throws every week, And then the other down-to-down consistency items are improving at such a rate. It's like, in this environment, he's doing this. I don't know, man. I just woke up on Monday morning like, oh my God, look at this, and take a step back and look at what it's been since the bye and where he's gone. And, and let me just say this, Mike McCoy, Bo Hardigree, infinitely better job than Brian Callahan. Like, it's not even close at this point. But man, I don't know how you couldn't be over the moon excited right now about Cam Ward, about the future of this team. It's ugly right now. It's been some ugly years, but boy, I am excited. And listen, I know that we had a little cold water about Chim Dike and Alec Iomanner or whatever, but at the end of the day, still, this rookie class, and Jeffrey Simmons talked about the rookie class after the game, like how excited he is to see what, Mike Borgonzi can do after what this rookie class has been able to do. But look at this rookie class, and it's nothing but record breakers, baby. They're just breaking records everywhere you look. Do want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Car Gurus. Car shopping should feel exciting, not confusing. And with Car Gurus, you get the confidence that you deserve because they cut through all the noise so you can actually see the best deals on the cars you want, because when it comes to a big purchase, you deserve the best deal. And Car Gurus makes the whole process simple by giving you real information, real deal ratings, and more listings than anyone else so you can shop the way that you want. The price drop alerts are a lifesaver. You get notified the second a car you're watching becomes a better deal. The in-depth vehicle reviews help you understand what ownership actually looks like, not just how the car looks online. And having verified dealerships and upfront pricing make the whole thing feel transparent and stress-free. Car Gurus connects you with trusted dealerships for a transparent and hassle-free buying process. With over 4 million listings, the most of any major online automotive marketplace, you'll always find the best deal. Shop the way that you want with the tools, data, and unbiased deal ratings that make it easy. Buy or sell your next car today at cargurus.com. That's CARGURUS.com. cargurus.com. Titans fans, let's cap off today's edition of the Locked On Titans podcast. We talked about Cam Ward killing the Kansas City Blitz, showing his killer instinct, putting on an elite performance, being just generally fantastic. We talked about how he's gotten so much better and he's grown up so much over the last few weeks since the bye. But now I want to talk about the rest of the rookie class, because it really stood out to me after the game to hear Jeffrey Simmons talk about the rookie class and give them so much credit and talk about how when people ask him, you want to stay with the Titans? He even said, one of the reasons I want to stay is because of this rookie class and because Cam Ward and what I think he can do here and what I think I can be a part of with him here. And again, Cam Ward breaking rookie records. He has set the record for the most passing yards by any Titans rookie quarterback. Right now, I told you about the 3 straight touchdown passes thing. He's got 13 touchdowns. He passed Vince Young for the second most passing touchdowns by a Titans rookie quarterback. Marcus had 19, so he's probably not going to be able to catch Marcus unless he really goes crazy in the next couple of weeks, which, hey, I guess maybe. I mean, Jacksonville's defense is pretty freaking good. But with that being said, again, broken record, most passing yards by Titans rookie quarterback, breaking records. You go to Chim Dike. In this game, passes Mark Mariani for the most kickoff return yards in Tennessee Titans history by anyone. Not just rookie, anyone. He's got 1,535, and Mariani had 1,531, I think. So as long as he doesn't go backwards, he will keep the record. But the most kickoff yards in Titans history. I mean, that is awesome. And since the Titans have become the Titans in 1999, there are only 3 other rookies that have had 6 total touchdowns. A.J. Brown, Chris Johnson, Vince Young, and Chim Dike. He's got 2 return touchdowns and then the 4 receiving touchdowns. Again, I don't think that Dike is like a full-blown starting wide receiver forever, but I think he can be a solid wide receiver 3. He can have slot and Z versatility so that he can always back up your Z wide receiver. He can be your slot wide receiver. Let's say the Titans get Mekhi Lemon and they need to play him in the slot. Well, Dike can play the Z when they inevitably get rid of Calvin Ridley, I think, if that happens. Or if the Titans go out and get a Z wide receiver like a Carnell Tate, I think that Dike can continue to play in the slot. Like, he has versatility, and I think you should look at him as a really, really good utility infielder for this team. And then you add in the special teams value and being one of the best returners in the NFL and probably an all-pro returner this year as a punt returner and a kick returner. I mean, what else could you ask for? This might be the best kick returner in Tennessee Titans history. He's going to be a value player at one of the biggest positions of need. This is a great pick, great rookie. Then Gunnar Helm, we talked about him last week. Set the record for the most catches of any Tennessee Titans rookie tight end ever. Bang, let's go. And he's, 80 yards behind Chigakonkwo for the most receiving yards in Tennessee Titans history from a rookie tight end. So a record breaker right there. And now look, I know that Kevin Winston had some injury issues, and I know that Femi Oladipo had the injury, and we can't really know what to expect from those guys. But you look at Jackson Slater, who I still have hope can be a contributor. Marcus Harris has been fantastic. Kal-El Mullings is starting to get some work and starting to get acclimated. Want to see him run harder on that run that he had, the only, third and short run that he had in the game. I want to see him run harder and stay lower in that scenario. But regardless, like Jeffrey Simmons said, this is the best rookie class we've had since, and he didn't know what to say. And the answer is, this is the best Tennessee Titans rookie draft class since Jeffrey Simmons in 2019. The draft class that totally changed this team with Jeffrey Simmons and Amani Hooker and David Long. Second round pick is killing me. Can't believe I can't remember. But anyway, A.J. Brown, duh. Now I see why my brain was like, please don't remember. Please don't remember. It's only going to hurt. You know what I mean? It's only going to hurt. But again, that's the type of draft class. You get that level of player. You get those kind of guys. Yeah, I mean, you're going to turn things around. You're going to turn things around. Now, I don't know if this group, if Cam Ward is awesome, okay, if Cam Ward's awesome, then it won't matter. But I don't know if this group will be as good as that group. Oh, yeah, Nate Davis finally came to me. I've been searching for that name. But yeah, Big Jeff, A.J. Brown, Nate Davis, Amani Hooker, David Long, incredible draft class. You got Dike, Alec Iomanor, Gunnar Helm, Kevin Winston, Femi Oladipo, Cam Ward. I mean, it could be even better. It could be even better, especially if Cam Ward's good, because Jeff has been incredible. But, and I got to be honest with you guys. This is kind of my parting thought. We talk about how great Cam Ward played, how well he's been playing, how much better he's been getting. Talking about the rest of the draft class. Jeffrey Simmons is hype, excited. The Titans are off a win. It's Christmas week. The holidays are here. The season's almost over. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. The coaching search is revving up. You're starting to see, okay, this is the holes. This is where they're going to be in the draft class. This is the draft class as the player's perspective. This is the cap space. These are the free agents. You're starting to see. I just feel so hopeful. I'm just so excited. You could say I'm naive. I'm too optimistic. Got my head in the clouds, whatever you want. But with the way Cam Ward's playing and all this stuff that I just mentioned, how can you not be romantic about the Tennessee Titans' future? They're going to turn this thing around. We're going to get new jerseys. We're going to get a new stadium. Cam Ward's going to be a dog. The drafts are going to hit because Mike Borgonzi knows what he's doing. We got cap space to add the right veterans. I'm telling you, folks, just feel it. Breathe it in. You know what I mean? That's hope. That's what that is. You smell that? That's hope, folks. So just so excited about the future after this weekend. And that's why the win was worth it. Because the way that we feel right now. But with that being said, that is going to do it for me today, folks. Tomorrow, talking about the latest update in the coaching rumors. As always, I am your host, Tyler Rowland, and this was Locked On Titans.